boom, boom. Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome back to Ladies of the Paranormal World. And I know I've been gone forever, guys. My bad. Look, we're going to be doing a whole special season this season, all of season 4. We're going to be doing it with our brand new friend here, the Spirit Magnet, Michelle. So, hey, why don't you give us a little bit about where you're from? Now, you and I have been talking for quite a long time now, probably close to, I want to say almost a year, maybe 6 months to a year-ish.
Something like that.
We have been sharing back and forth with us quite a interesting collection of supernatural. Oh, sorry, my children, people, my children. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna be here with her for basically this entire season. Michelle, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit about your background, a little bit about you.
All right. Well, my name is Michelle, but I go by Spirit Magnet, obviously. From North Carolina originally, and I joined the Army. I spent 20 years in the Army, and I've been retired for some time now. So now I live in Maryland, and I have been here for about 9 years in my house. And I did hear some paranormal stuff going on. And I was like, I know there's got to be some ghosts in here because they play with my door locks, that kind of thing, footsteps. Well, about January of 22, just this past year, I saw my very first apparition while I was working from home. I'm actually into real estate. I'm not a paranormal investigator at all. And I don't even have to investigate at this point, which is pretty interesting. And it sounds very bizarre, but it's the truth. So basically, I started videotaping after, digital video after I saw my first apparition. I'm like, I know there's got to be stuff here. I've got to see it. So I went out and bought a camera, got the infrared thing, and I was getting little hits here and there, just little stuff. Well, about, I guess later, maybe August or September is when I started really seeing some interesting things coming across here. And I don't know why, because I didn't invite anybody here or do anything like that. But I started seeing what looked like spirits, ghosts, but I also started seeing what looked like some interdimensional creatures. And interestingly, I don't believe in this stuff, so I do now. But a lot of it was coming from a mirror that I bought at TJ Maxx. And so now most of my videos, I get such great results. I can just take the videos in the mirror or take photos in the mirror, and I've got all I need for the day. It's gotten to the point where I know these spirits or aliens or whatever they are. And I can actually ask them, do they want to get in the picture and or the video? And they do. They'll hop right in. So even if I was a paranormal investigator, I would not even be investigating. All I do is say, do you want to get in the picture? And they all pop in. I think they like to be on TikTok and Instagram. I really do.
And you know, people are probably going to be watching this, and at first you're going to think, oh my gosh, this is insane. This woman's got to be insane. But trust me when I tell you, we are going to be showing you throughout this season a large array of captures that she has caught throughout the past 6 months or so. And even more recently, it seems as though the activity is becoming more ramped up. Almost like now you've noticed them, now they want to be seen.
Well, remember, I've got also live videos on them. So I'm going to try to do a live presentation because they will come out. They're not afraid to come out in front of other people. At first I was a little leery about, I actually asked them. I talked to them just like I talked to me and you. And I'm like, will you guys be up for a video? I'd like to put you on like this, social media platform. And it was game on. Every one of them, they would jump right into the videos or pictures. And they've actually got me changing my appearance on some of them. And what they'll do is there's just different things that they'll do. But I've got some really cute ones where it looks like he's kissing me. It's a shadow person, but it's an independent shadow of mine. So it's kind of interesting. I do have them on video though. I have them where they're engulfing me in their arms and covering me completely black in their shadow. I mean, it's amazing. I can't even believe it's real, but it is.
Right, exactly. And here in a moment, that's why I was going to do this real quick before I forget, because I will forget. There we go. Apparently I did it twice. My bad. Anyway, the link here or the description here that I've put up for everybody is how to follow the Spirit Magnet.
Oh, it's got the wrong thing on there, girl. It should be at the NC Ghost Whisper. It says DNC Ghost Whisper.
Oh, shoot.
We can fix it later.
We'll fix that in a minute. But we're going to start off with one of the earlier videos that you had posted on TikTok. And I'm actually going to show it off of TikTok because I'm that lazy.
Because
I'm that lazy right now. And I love the music that you chose for the video on here. It's actually really quite entertaining. But before I play it, why don't you go ahead and just kind of give us a little bit on it while I set it up.
This particular video is just when in the early days, I was starting to see orbs, and I was starting to see what I believe is a portal also in my room that would appear on the ceiling. And this particular one is an orb, and it starts out very small, and it sort of dances. On the right side of the screen, you'll see a door, and what that is a closet. And the orb is tiny, and it goes through the wood, because at this point I'm still trying to figure out, is this really something, or is it my imagination? And then you can see the orb kind of go through the door itself, come out the other side, and then it basically dances across, and it gets larger as it's dancing. So I put this interesting music on there.
All right. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it on there.
All righty. Let me know if you can hear it when I push play. Sometimes this thing's tricky.
Okay. Oh, oops. It's got another one that popped in there. Okay.
There we go. Can you hear the music?
I like the waltz too.
So do I. It's cute.
It's so elegant, though. I mean, that's such a interesting dance orb. I actually have a video of one that's bouncing off the ceiling.
This one's just probing, and it's like, you're right, though. It looks like it's dancing.
Yeah, this one does look like it's dancing on there. I've got some interesting things, but that's a cute one. That's like one of my favorite orb videos.
This one definitely takes the cake. I'm going to let it play one more time.
Okay. Yeah, if you look at that door, it goes right through the door, and then it's sun's shining and it's flickering around. This was also taken in infrared camera, so it's dark in the room when I'm doing it.
It's so cute watching it to the music. I don't know if you can hear the music on your end.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, so this was one of the first videos, and I'm going to bring this down here for a minute. This was one of the first videos that, if I'm not mistaken, you actually brought to my attention. This is one of the first ones that made me go, I wonder. And then there was the next one and the next one. I'm like, hold on a minute. We might have something.
And it keeps on getting more. It gets more bizarre as we go along. We start out mild, and then it's like, finally I asked them over the summer, can you just show yourself? I know you're here. And a full body apparition pops up on my bed. I'm like, wow, okay. All I had to do was ask.
And as we start doing these a lot more,
yeah,
I'm gonna start bringing onto my computer so it's easier to access.
Sure.
Some of the more prevalent pictures that you've done recently, because they're on my phone right now. So the only way I'm going to be able to share them right this moment is to hold my phone like this up to the camera. Who wants to fight with that? So the next episode, I will have them actually on the computer. But there's one in particular that looks like there's a fully blown, it doesn't even look like an apparition. It looks like a full-blown person.
It does.
Standing on your bed in the mirror.
And I believe that actually came out of a video. I've got so many. I've probably got hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000 by now. But it's that one. I watched it through I couldn't see it with my own eyes, but when I'm holding my phone, I use the iPhone 14.
Yeah.
I can see all kinds of stuff with that. When I'm looking at it, like, oh my gosh, because there's this black mist, and the black mist starts swirling, and that's where this thing comes up. I was like, holy shit, schnizzle, wow.
Oh, you can curse on here.
Oh,
18
okay.
and under are
Holy
not
shit,
allowed.
what is that? And it was, I had somebody say, well, maybe that's you. And I was like, look, she's hovering over my bed and her feet are like tiny and she's like 4 feet tall. So it's definitely not me with red hair and a
Yeah,
long.
it was a really kind of, it just took me by surprise.
She looks so
How
normal.
clear it is. Yeah, it does. It looks like a regular person just standing there.
I have several that look like that, and I have several that look like other things that we don't know what are.
One of those pictures is another one that I'll be showing next week because we do one episode a week now because trying to do an episode a day was I was looking at my calendar going, I don't have a free day.
Yeah,
I don't have a free day for like the next 3 months.
You got to have a little preparation, a little time, a little advertisement going on there to make it all work.
Yeah. But there was another picture that you had recently shown me that looks like a skull, like the face of a skull outside.
Now, I remember that. Yeah, that was the self-taking picture. They put the picture on my phone. I've got multiple ones that they do that with. It's just random different things. Yeah. So I didn't take that picture. It appeared on my phone, which
that's right. That's right.
Kind of crazy.
And that one, if you look at it, I mean, you don't even have to look that hard at it. It looks like a skull.
It looks like a skull. It looks like a old bony substance.
It looks really creepy. And then we've got some that look like little greens, little grays. You've got some UAP footage that we're going to share.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I can't wait to share that one. That one I'm excited for.
Isn't that awesome?
I can't wait. We don't have it uploaded on my computer just yet, but there is, if you want to go ahead and explain a little bit about it, a UAP video that you had taken. Was it from your backyard?
It was right in my back, right outside my back door patio. I had been in here videoing, and something, I don't know, maybe it was them telling me, but something, I've never went outside and videoed anything. And something told me, go walk out on the back porch. It's freezing my ass off. So I'm like, I don't want to go out there, but something said, just go out there because just look around. So I look around, and what I'm seeing, it looks like stars up there, but there's stars that don't look quite right. So I just kind of focused in on that, and I put it closer. I was like, holy crap, that isn't a star. It really is something. I can't believe this. And it lasts 30-second video, or I think the video is probably a minute or so, and I cut it down to that 30 seconds. But shortly there, after a box like
anomaly started to kind of like form.
It's got a propelling type thing. It's got a fire piece on it. You can see it. I slowed the video down, and I actually have it where you can see fire of how it takes off. But then you can when you can stop the video and open it up, it looks like it's molecules or something. It looks like mist, but it's a square. It looks like an aluminum box, but it's square. And you can watch it on the slow motion. You can watch the little ramp come up and the box folds onto itself. It's bizarre. That thing.
I was gonna say, this is something we're hearing a lot more, and they're considered shape shifting.
Oh yeah, totally.
UAP.
I know I got some shapeshifters in here. Yeah.
Well, they're saying like actual aerial phenomena that are being caught on camera now.
Oh, yeah.
They're shape shifting, and they shine, and they look like star, like you said, like a star. But once you focus in on it, it's not. It's completely unusual.
Interestingly enough, I could probably go out here and pick one right up. I know what they look like now, so I can just walk outside. I look around, point it up there, and I'm getting stuff usually most of the time. And then they'll start, when they notice I'm looking at them, I think they must know because they'll zip around up there, and it's like they're not hiding. So it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all the same kind. This is one of the controversial kind of conversations I have on my earlier seasons, and that is that it's not just one race of UAP. I think it's different ones. I don't think we're being visited by just one kind of UAP. I think we have
Uh,
multiple different kinds.
well, even the things that I find in here in my videos, the photos that you see.
Sorry, guys, give me just a moment. Sorry about that. My son decided to have a tantrum. I don't know about y'all if you got kids, but if you ever hear me go, hold on a second, it's because I'm screaming at my children while still trying to look professional. um, but anyway, so the UAPs, I believe we're looking at all kind of different species. I don't think we're looking at just one kind.
I'm pretty sure we're not. Like I said, I believe that's what I have. At least I think it's some sort of interdimensional thing going on here, because sometimes I will have full spirits that look like, even the white misty looking women. I got one that has the red hair. She's always in the room. I see her. I've got one that's got a Victorian type evening gown. I've got her walking out of that mirror. That's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. And some of my older videos that I look back at, that when I was first starting, I didn't know what I was looking at anyway. But now I look back and I'm like, oh, I was so concentrating on that little orb that I missed this apparition right in front of my face. So some of those, yeah, but it's pretty interesting. But the reason I thought I had aliens is because of that one night that I went out there. And I was like, that is the craziest thing. These ghosts can't be doing this. I mean, because they do things like change my room color. They've changed my room color. They put light. It looks like vanity lights all over my walls and ceilings. They do other crazy things like that. They have a sense of humor too. And they do it within their pictures. I believe I told you about that.
Yes,
do you want me to tell them what it was?
Yes, you sure did.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, you've got all kinds of stuff on video. I'm actually about to share another one of the videos from earlier on.
Sure.
Another orb-like thing coming out of the same spot, and this time you actually have the door all the way open, so you can actually see inside the closet where it's being, and you can see there's no one standing back there with a flashlight, trying to play games with you or anything.
They started out easy like that, and then it just when I think it became when I said, "Why don't you just show yourself? I'm right here. I already know you're here." That's when they started bombarding me. So it's cool.
Right, exactly. Now I don't know if you've got music going on this one, but
I don't know if I did or not.
Really
is this the one where it's like a puffy?
No, this is where you can actually see inside of the closet. You can see what looks like a shoe rack of some kind.
Okay.
And then you see the orb coming out.
Yeah, this is the puffy thing. It goes up in the vent. Yeah, that's a ghosty. Yeah.
Looks like a ghosty. So I mean, there's another really cool one. This one I think had a couple of different
things going on it.
Yeah. Yep, there's another one that came down from the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Of course, your camera's going nuts trying to focus.
Yeah, this is new in the game here.
Yeah, this is before we figured out how to focus the camera. But you see it come right out of the wall. It doesn't even come out of the closet. Hold on a minute.
Oh, yeah. It comes out of that mirror.
Well, this one actually looks like it comes right out of the wall.
It actually does come out of the closet. Yeah.
Right there, right out of the wall, right there.
Yep.
Oh, that one's crazy. That's cool. And it just kind of slowly moseyed on by.
That was a cool one. I remember that one well.
Yeah, that one just kind of moseyed on by.
I was like, oh my God, look at this.
and those are what how it kind of started, right? What besides that? And why don't you tell them what you told me about your alarms going off and your doors locking or
Oh
unlocking?
yeah, I've got electric.
This
I
happened.
work downstairs. Yeah, so I'm down here all day long in the. I have like a walkout basement area, and I actually live down here. And I can live upstairs, but I just live down here. But I would hear all throughout the day. Used to was only between like September and May was the only time I'd really hear stuff. It started out on the ceiling. My husband actually witnessed that one. I was like, "You heard that, didn't you?" Because it wasn't like soft footsteps either. It was loud the first time I heard it. And then I started hearing little things like them playing with the like footsteps in the kitchen. And then I heard my electronic door locks. I would hear that beep, 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 beep. And then I'd hear, they go, and I'm like, I know there's nobody up there. It became so frequent. Yeah. And this was right up, this was probably up until earlier this year. It still happens here and there. It's just kind of like white noise now. But for the most part, I got where I didn't even run upstairs with, like, my dogs will run upstairs because they think my husband's coming home. So I don't even do that. I text him now and say, "Are you home?" And he'll say no. I go, "Okay." Because I know the spirits or whatever they are here. And, they're just messing around with the locks. They have done it right in front of my face. I have seen them do it. That's bizarre because both of my dogs were staring at the lock because they heard something up there. So they run up there and they're just looking at it. It's at the top of the stairs, that particular lock. And I'm like at the bottom of the stairs, but I can see it. And I see the whole thing. Beep, 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 beep. And the door was open.
Oh,
so
wow.
There's no reason the lock should go off anyway. And it's just that. But my dogs they're very, one of them's very scared of these things. I don't know what. She cowers. She's scared to death of them. She goes to the mirror. She'll scratch at the mirror too. So there's still something going on. It's just, I don't notice that so much because I have, my spirit boyfriends in here, whatever we want to call them.
You got Romeo in there somewhere.
That's a great one. That's what I should put on there. A song, that there used to be an old song with that about Romeo on there. So I'll do that.
Now I'm about to share another video, and this is why we call you the spirit magnet, because these things don't just happen to you at home, do they?
No, they. The first time I left, I go away on business to North Carolina because I have rental properties out there, and I check on them and renovate and stuff like that. And I'm in there, and I thought, I'll just try it and set my camera up, see what I get. And the first thing I got the first night, I didn't think I got anything because I wasn't smart enough, I guess, or knowledgeable enough to actually replay the videos with the sound on. So I'm like, shit, I didn't get anything. Oh, well, I guess they didn't follow me. Okay, that's cool, whatever. And then I got back home. I played the video after the trip was over, and I could hear them singing on there, loud as day. I mean, loud. I was the only person. It was my own short-term rental. I'm the only person in there on a dead-end street next to a hospital. There's no way at 1:00 in the morning. There's no way anything's going on in that. And it was loud.
No, not unless it's sirens from some kind of emergency vehicle.
Yeah, but I heard that. I have heard them talking. I've never caught an EVP on like the SB11 thing that I have. I hear them on my phone. I hear them on the videos. And it's kind of interesting because sometimes they just say some interesting things. One of them was like tired of me talking because I'm always running my mouth to get them to respond. So I talk all the time to them, and one of them was like, I said something and it was like, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, something like that. But it was clear enough to say they were ready for me to shut up is what it was. But but I've gotten other ones where they're like, they said, he asked me, he goes, "What are you doing?" And I didn't hear him because I'm looking and I was talking to myself, and I was like, "Oh, I see." And he goes, "Oh yeah." Right, it's like right in my ear. That's how loud it was. Yeah, I was like, wow.
That's enough to make me kind of jump.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, it's the old stuff didn't really spook me out, but these guys, I'm seeing full body apparitions. I'm not even worried. I don't even get scared. I don't know why. I said, I hope this doesn't mean it's just the beginning of me becoming Queen of the Damned or something. Because I shouldn't.
Well, I just may have a little bit of a gift. Okay, so this one here says at an Airbnb.
Yep, this is and it's
And
mine, so I know what's there. You know, it wasn't a recording. I didn't even have internet hooked up yet because I was setting it up.
no, this looks like it's literally right off of the little camera.
Yeah, it is.
And for a second, you're kind of off in this little, like 10-second beginning. So just kind of give it a 10-second run off here, so to speak. Because once you get towards the end of the video, that's when you get to see the really cool stuff. And that's what happens in here. There it is. So it comes down. And that's kind of chilling.
Oh, that's the one I told it. I was telling it to come close to me at this point. I said, "Can you come closer?" And it did. I thought this was the singing video. It's the same.
It place. Is. I wanted to play it once without the music so you could explain it a little. So here we go.
Oh wait, this one. They're two separate videos because I've got one video where you can actually hear physical singing in there, like somebody singing in the back room.
Yeah, this one's the only other one I could find.
Oh, okay. Well, that other one is on the TikTok. It probably has the same face-looking picture on it. That's why, because it's the same. I just set it up on the counter, and I was like, "Damn, I didn't get anything." And I played it back, and it's got this little singing going on. But this was another midnight job, and that little thing, I said, "Come on over here."
Yeah, see, and it does. It just comes right on down to you.
It came right to my feet. And then disappeared into the ground. That's pretty cool. So they are intelligent. I mean, these entities. I'm amazed because I really didn't think they would actually listen to me.
That is the third now where you're catching orbs that are pretty. I want to say, intelligent because they come up to you. They don't try to hide. You had the dancing one, which by the way was really cool.
Is that the one that orbs are? I've got
one that's like flashing.
I've got one that's pinging off the ceiling like this. I said, "What else can you guys do?" It's like boing, 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 boing. It's an orb. It looks like a bouncy ball. I was like, "That's weird," but I was still young in it, so I didn't know.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find that one.
Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah, it bounces. It looks just like a bouncy ball. Boom, 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 hitting the ceiling.
Really I think strange. This is it right here. I'm going to see if I can play this for you, and you tell me if this is the right one.
All right.
I think I may have found it because this one's doing that. Let's see here. So, again, here we go with another one of her really awesome videos. And, again, just it's unbelievable the things that you're able to get these guys to do.
It's true. Okay, this is my room. Oh, that's it. I'm trying to see if we can see it.
Like you're trying to keep it in frame.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, there's a little lag in the video, but that is the video where it's bouncing on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That was.
I think it's so cute.
I've never seen it. I'm used to looking at the orbs glowing, floating across, and then this one, I'm like, what can you do? It's boing, boing, boing. So they're intelligent.
I mean, it looks like it's kind of like you said, like bouncing a ball or something. It's actually really quite unique.
I know. I was like, they never cease to amaze me. I mean, I ask them, I found that when I just, instead of me telling them, hey, can you do this or do that? I'll say, why don't you show me something special? And that's where they've turned my room different colors. They turned the walls blue. They turned the walls red. I mean, that's pretty weird. They made the train sound in my room. Remember that?
Oh yeah. That was another hotel experience.
Yeah, that was a hotel. And I was trying to be quiet about it. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, can you do something special? It turned the wall red. It went from red to blue to back to the normal yellow. And then it played a train in my room. And it's loud.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And there's no trains anywhere where I was at. It's out in the nowheres.
And then you get some that are like, they happen so quick, you kind of have to slow it down a little bit. This one here that I'm about to show is one of those.
Okay.
This one, the mist comes right up to the camera, and you can see the translucent like mist as it goes over the camera. So that
Pretty
one's really
wild,
cool.
huh?
That one's one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. And that's the one I'm about to show here.
Okay.
Like that. Here we go. Take it off of the mute here.
Oh, that one, yeah. This is the light, isn't it? This is a light anomaly, I believe.
It just kind of slowly comes right up to the camera, and then there it goes. So it's right up here, guys, for anybody that's trying to find it.
I'm not seeing it on here for some reason.
It comes right up here.
Oh,
it's not to like right there.
Oh, that's it. That was a light anomaly. Yeah, that's a light anomaly. Right over that.
Yeah.
That's a reflection shadow on the picture. It looks like a door, but it's a reflection of the mirror, and it pops right above that.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of them that look like lightning storms in my room. It's pretty bizarre. I didn't post
that
all
one
of them.
was, I think, part of one of the videos that was one of your lightning storm ones, but that's the only.
I've got them where they go right boom, boom, boom. It's pretty cool. In a weird way. I wish it wasn't in my bed though. You know, my bedroom.
And your pictures there.
I wonder
this is, I think
is this the singing one?
It's the same Airbnb. Oh, this is the one that's got the voice in the background.
Let's see. I'm trying to read what it says. Is this the singing one?
Yeah.
You may have to turn that up loud if you can.
I've got it all the way up, honey. I saw a light anomaly at the top, but I don't hear the voice.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's just.
I can't hear it coming through here.
I can't hear nothing on this end either. The video is completely quiet, and it's unmuted. So.
Well, I still get a lot of plays on that on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So it's, if anybody wants to look at that, you can see, you know, you can watch the same thing on there. But it's a loud voice and it's singing a song. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it sounds like a record player, honestly. Like it's got some sort of mechanical sound to it, and it kicks off playing. Yeah. But there's nobody there but just me. It's weird.
This one here says there's a ghost just hanging around. Really small screen, trying to see it. Up there he is.
There he is.
He's just chilling there. Look at him. He's like, hey, what's up, guys?
That's a little ghosty.
So, yeah. Again, another one of your amazing captures. A lot of the activity kind of tends to like do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, this was a good one too. I remember this one. Yeah. That's right. And I don't see a lot of these until I replay it. Once in a while, I'll catch something that I can see with my own eyes, but most of the time, it's once I replay it is when I see it or hear it.
Yeah. And this one says that it's a bird-like apparition.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, it looks like, are you playing it? Because it looks like it's got something black covering it.
No, it's playing.
Okay, now I see it. The picture had disappeared, so now it's on there, but it's real small. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, and that they did a lot of light stuff like that.
It just goes black like that. I don't know why.
I don't know, but I've had a lot of light ones like that, and it's interesting.
But let's play that last time. It kind of swoops down at the top there, and you had a light up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're looking, they can look over by the top of the mirror and see that and see the light go off. It's like a light anomaly, a bright light anomaly. Oh, this was a cool one. This is it. This is the other short-term rental.
You guys must be happy to see me.
Now, in this one, that's where I asked the orb to do something special, and it hits the box like it's punching it and bounces off of it. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, wow.
Okay, watch. It'll come over to the box on the right side because I still had furniture being put together.
Yep, right here, this box.
You guys must be happy to see me. If you're happy to see me, can you show me
See one that's chilling right here.
something special that you guys can do?
Here we go. It's just.
Hi there.
He shoots down and go. Oh, you even hear the bump.
Yeah, you can hear the bump. It pops it.
4 of you, 5 of you, 6 of you, 7 of you. You guys must be happy to see me.
That was awesome.
If you're happy to see me, can you show me some?
I can't really hear it that loud over here.
I'm excited to see you too. Hi there.
Yep. There it goes.
2 of you.
And it looks like a physical ball, like hitting it and rolling off of it. It goes boom, 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 boom.
It does. It does. It goes like when it hits it, it makes a loud thud.
I had a friend in there
Killian.
with me when it was going on at that point, so they were doing it in front of her too in the early days. That was probably back in, I don't know, June, probably something like that.
Mm-hmm. That one I definitely have to say is probably one of my favorites because not only do you have an abundance of visuals, but then you have that one thump as the light hits the box, so
Yeah.
you can hear the physical movement.
And
It's
that's
just,
like
it blows me away.
And it's loud. It wasn't like I could physically hear it with my own ears because we were standing about 15 feet back, me and this other girl. She's a cardiac nurse or a like ICU nurse or something. So it's kind of funny because she sees, she's always got her little spook stuff walking around the hallways, checking them out. So she's like trying to capture EVPs in the hospital. So she's like, oh yeah.
I don't know that I would want to do that because I mean a lot of people die there, and if it's still an active one, there are people still dying there.
Yeah, they are.
I'm good on that. But no, you've caught quite a few just really astonishing and amazing captures. And is this something that just kind of started out of the blue? Did it gradually, slowly start? Or did it just you wake up one night and boom, there it was?
For 9 years, we heard when we first moved in here. For 9 years, I heard the steps, the walking up there, the walking, pacing back and forth. It was like they always took the same path in the house, like on the kitchen side, which is on the back side of my house. They'd walk through there, and because I used to stay in the dining room a lot up there, and I was like, oh, I guess they're here again. So, but it started there, and then it was just after I saw that very first apparition. I mean, I'm sitting at my desk right now, and I literally looked over. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, oh. So, of course, I ran over there, and I'm like, don't go nowhere. Let me get my camera. Don't go.
Right? Like, you're the only person I know that would chase a ghost to go, hold on a minute. Let me get your picture.
Don't go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere. Please.
Nobody's going to believe this shit. I got to get your picture.
Exactly. I couldn't even believe, but it was about 3 feet tall. It was white. And what caught my eye was it's a boiler room over here. So the boiler room was open about this much. I like to have a little air circulation in there. So when I first looked over there, because I have a wall that stops very close to where I'm at right now, about 1.5 feet. So I see the top of the door moving. That's what I looked at. And when I was like, what the heck? And I looked down, and that's where I saw the apparition coming out of the wall. And it looked like a white, misty form. That's the only time I've seen it look like that. So, but it came and it pushed the door open. It literally pushed the door. And that's what it was pushing. It pushed it about that far. But I was like, oh, wow, here we go. Don't go.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I'm so excited for us to be able to show the different kinds of, because there's all kinds of things that we've been capturing over the past couple of months. And in the last 24 hours alone, you've probably sent me another 6 or so photos that you've captured in the last.
And
few
what
hours.
I have learned is when you have a spirit or aliens or whatever they are that follow me around, don't take pictures while you're driving. I didn't post those yet. Scared the shit out of me. When I looked, I was like, oh, because they're right.
Oh,
One of them's
God.
laying his head on my shoulder. One of them's
Oh,
laying.
you gotta show me that.
I didn't. Yeah, I haven't edited them yet. I've got, to lighten them up, some of them, but that one you can see them plain as day. And I was just trying to figure out what else am I going to put it with. Am I going to put like a family vacation and spiritual vacation, something like that, to video? But there's about 7 or 8 videos, and it's creepy as hell. There's one that looks like a black. It looks like a black weasel or something, and it's sitting on my shoulder, and it's like this at me. This all goes back to them wanting to be on the videos. I don't think they're doing it to scare me, because they don't do scary shit unless I tell them I'm going to put it on the video. So they sort of,
it's not like they go around your house hissing at you. And
sensationalize their videos is what they're doing. But they are very neat. But yes, let me tell you what I've got real quick. We've got the orb. We have the orbs. I haven't even seen an orb in a while. Not really, other than like if I'm videoing something, I might see them in the background. But I've got the orbs. I've got the light anomalies. I've got the apparitions. I've got these, I guess they're aliens. They're wearing looks like zip suits on. It looks like flight suits, I swear. But that's the ones that I've got in the videos where they're kissing me or hugging me. I've got them hugging me. I've got them I'm actually going to talk to them about making a music video. I don't know if they'll do it or not, but they might. But I've seen what looks like interdimensional creatures, sort of lizardy looking fellas. I've got babies. I've got several kids that are in my room. One of them don't look like kids. I mean, it don't look like a normal child, but then there's other ones that do. I've got a little girl in there. She's about 2 or 3 years old. There's a boy in there. He's probably 4 or 5. One time before.
Have you established any information on maybe a background history to the place?
The only thing I could find, and I did ask the previous owners, we're the second owners of this. The house was built in 59 and they moved in January of 60. They lived here till in their 80s. The old man died eventually, but he did not die in this property. He died in like the nursing home. But his wife was still alive. And, my neighbors, I was like, ask them, because, they lived next to him for 30 years. Ask them, was they ever heard of anything? And she said she'd never seen or heard of anything here. But I'll tell you what, I see a lot of stuff here. And it's, like I said, I've always been like a skeptic. I mean, I've always thought, oh, this would be great if it was real, but I never really thought, I guess I thought it was real, but I didn't think it was real enough for me to ever see it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But it's so fascinating because I've got a picture. I probably have or haven't posted this one. And I was like, hey guys, anybody want to get in the photo? And I'm taking it in the mirror, and there's a man with red hair and a flat top next to me. And there's another apparition next. I counted 6 apparitions in that one picture. They're like this. They're smiling. I can't even believe it.
That's great, though.
Bizarre. It's bizarre. I can't even believe it. And I thought, they like to be in the videos.
That's right. It kind of comes off that way, or it feels that way, because they don't seem to shy away from the camera.
They don't shy, and they didn't shy away. I had them in North Carolina around my property manager. He didn't. I mean, he was like, well, because they would cover him with that black mist, on there in the pictures I have of him, and it looks creepy and crusty. And he was like, well, I don't know if that's really anything. And I'm like, well, thinking the light. It's light behind you because it's in the daytime and you're black. We're looking in the mirror and you're completely covered in a crusty looking black. Yeah. With a bright light coming out of your stomach. Yeah. That's probably paranormal. It's definitely something, but I think I actually posted a grouping of those on Facebook or Instagram. I did that tonight before I got on here. I'm trying to get them out. They don't all have the same exact videos. Once in a while I get lazy and I'll put a TikTok on an Instagram, but most of the time I'll make individual, just separate videos on there and throw a little extra something on there if I forgot it on one, and try to put some funky music on it.
Yeah.
Match
Well,
it.
and you got to kind of have a little bit of fun with it. Let's be honest. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, paranormal investigating your own house isn't fun enough. But man, when you show it to everybody, you got to get a little bit of jams. You got Romeo dancing in the corner. You got to show it off a little bit.
Yeah, the really part that, and I have a lot of people tell me, they say, how do you stay in that bedroom? And it's like, because they're right behind my bed at night. I can, when they're around, it didn't always happen. It started probably in August or September, but I've got where there's a egg size. It's the shape of an egg on the top of my head. And I feel this interesting tingling on there. And it only comes when they're around. Well, if they want to play, they want me to video. That's what that means. They'll sit there and do this on my head at night. And I tell them, get away from me. Stop that. But I can feel that.
Like, I'm not in the mood, honey.
I was just trying to get as stupid as this sounds. I'm going to say it right here on this thing. I actually, how you always hear like people saying they wear tinfoil on their head. And I thought, because I couldn't get them to stop. And I'm like, maybe if I put some tinfoil on me, my husband's like, you're not going to do that, are you? I go, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. So I put it on there. I was like, no, I feel them. So it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No,
so just so you guys know, the tinfoil over the head thing does not keep anything from breathing your brain.
It does not do that. And it's funny because, like I said, it's like I tell them, I say, stop doing that. Don't do that. Or I tell them I want a little privacy in my room. Sometimes you want a little privacy in your room, and I got a freaking eye there.
Like you don't always 24/7 want all eyes on you.
Yeah, and I've got spectators in there 24/7, so it's one of the things you learn to live with. But I've taken a lot of pictures, and they're behind my bed. They come out in this. It's the mist that I see like with my own eye, because I can walk in there and I can see them, but I can't see them like I can see them on the camera. But I see like a grayish mist or a foggy. It looks like a gray fog, and it pulsates. And I'm like, I know you're in here. I see it. And eventually, if I take pictures, then they come out in full force where I can see what their faces and everything look like. But I can't really see their faces unless I actually take the pictures and then review the video on there. I do have a Phasm camera though, light. I have a Phasm camera. It kind of sucks, but I got a Phasm light, and the Phasm light works because they show up better in different color spectrums.
Yes. It's been said that full spectrum is one of the better ones. Static night vision cameras. You have the Phantasm light.
It's called Phasm light. It's like a $80 light, and it's got an infrared and it has ultraviolet. When the first thing I caught with that ultraviolet was someone's eyes.
Yeah, that is about we're going to share that, I think, next week as well. That one definitely kind of made me go, what the heck?
Well,
because we're going to introduce Charlie tonight, because Charlie's going to be a guest with us from time to time. But if you look at Charlie and get a nice good look at Charlie and memorize his face, memorize those eyes, because I swear to you, the eyes that you captured on that are exactly the way, location, and shape of Charlie's eyes.
It does. It's got the little round head. You can see the outline of the spirit or whatever.
You can see like the face.
Yeah.
The outline of the face. Yeah.
See, these guys are translucent, and it took me a while to figure it out that if the lighting in your room is not dim to a little bit, but you've got the ability to lighten it up with infrared or whatever, but you have to have that dim light in there, not dark, just like if you were reading or something, just laying in bed, that kind of darkness, like it is in my back, like right now. I would be able to pick them up in here easy. And that's where you see the translucent people in there, because I was missing out when the light is too bright on them. They can't seem to travel in that. It has to have some sort of shadow, even if it's a minor shadow, they have to have something. But sometimes I can watch on the walls, and it's pretty cool because I'll see them like they move like a millimeter a second. So it's like, and then next thing you know, and there's no light in my room, but they'll be together. So they're moving together. And also I found that I thought was interesting about my shadows is that you can have more than one entity per shadow. I found 3 people in one shadow. One of them was a kid, and one was like a woman wearing like a cape type thing, a cape with a hat. I mean, there's some interesting things. We should do we should do another show and have nothing but apparitions or nothing but these this what looks like they look like I put a sheet on my body. That I've got some that look like that and they interact.
They do. It's great because to me it feels like we're bringing light to an otherwise covered up subject. If you think about it.
Well, it's true.
For as long as I can remember, and I'm sure even when you were a kid, my grandparents were kids, if you started talking about stuff like that, they didn't want nothing to do with you. You were put away in a room somewhere away from civilization because you were deemed either insane or
they would tell us shut up and go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. But nowadays, if you say things like UAP, UFO, cryptid, alien, paranormal activity of any kind, you've got somebody's attention because, as we were speaking prior to starting, the government has been forced to come out with UAPs exist. We don't know what they are. We don't know where they're from. Well, if we don't know what they are, we don't know where they're from. Who's to say they don't exist? I mean, it's pretty asinine to believe that in a galaxy, in a universe surrounded by galaxies, that we are the only existing planet anywhere ever to have.
It's like a big lie. It's a big lie. It's
kind of one of those, well, aren't we full of ourselves?
Yeah, it's a big lie.
If you think about it, if life can exist here in a planet system of 8 dead planets, 1 living, if ours can have that 1 living planet out of 8,
exactly.
Who's to say that XYZ planet Titan Bingo on intergalactic whatever doesn't have some kind of life? And who's to say that life has to be ridiculously far away to exist? Just because we can't reach them in our crappy spaceships?
It's true.
Sorry, those just happen to be better.
Closer. I think they're closer than we think they are.
I do too.
I
think that their technology is probably just far better than our own.
Yes. I mean, like I said, I witnessed that thing and flying off my back porch. And when I slow-moed it, I was like, that is awesome. I mean, it's like, it looks like the black mist, only it's silver mist. And it creates that form that looks like a aluminum box. It's crazy. I can't even believe it's real. And I caught another one of a baby. It looks like a baby alien sitting in the bushes.
I mean, and you get some weird pictures from your backyard. There was one that you showed me that just
looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Baby. I mean, my neighbor must think I'm nuts. I told him, I go, hey, dude, I know this sounds weird, but we got some crazy stuff going on in the backyard. If you take some pictures with your phone, there's no telling what you'll see out there. And I sent him, I said, he's like what? I go, well, I got a picture of a floating baby. He was like, oh, okay. But it's true.
But that's definitely another one. But your backyard seems to be just as active as your front yard, the inside, the outside. And
it is.
Honestly, I don't think it's the property. I think it's you.
It's bizarre. I know. I'm hoping I'm not going to be disappearing here anytime soon.
God, I hope not.
I worry about that. Because I mean they are pretty friendly. At least to me, they are. They seem like they're just here hanging. I mean, if they're jumping in the pictures, they probably got nothing better to do. But they're instantly. As soon as I ask them, hey, you want to come out there? It's like. I used to have to wait about 15, 30 seconds, something like that for them to officially show. Now it's like I feel them automatically, almost like brushing my hair. I did get.
I don't know, man. It sounds like one of them might be flirting a little too much.
Oh, he's always kissing on me or got his arm around me or something. But I said, do something so the audience will know that I'm not making this up. Do it on the video. I'm going to have you a good video next time we're on here of them interacting with me. I've got plenty of them. Some of them are a little harder to see unless you know what you're kind of looking for. But not really, honestly. If some of the pictures go so fast that if you don't still them, like snapshot the stills in the video, you wouldn't even see it if you played it. So you have to still, because I go backwards with them. I drag it backwards and go slow and go look through them and see if I can catch anything. And I might have one frame out of 1,000 frames in there. I might have one frame that has a full body apparition picture on it or something.
I've got, I forgot about this one. And I think we're going to close out on this. Okay. Picture. or on this video because one of my favorites, because it happens to you while you're in a hotel.
Oh yeah.
And the orb just kind of dances right up to the camera.
Yeah, it's like, come on. That's the same night that I had the train in there. The other video was the train.
Yes, it is. I can't find the train one just right.
Okay. Well, right, people listening
next time. But so.
All right.
So you guys, this is freaking awesome. Again, another great example here.
we're just talking. Yeah, I was telling him, I said, come on up to my phone. Come up here. I'm trying cross my heart and hope to die. It's pretty cool.
All right. That one, again, comes right up to the camera. It's like, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I think you know me good enough. I did used to work on computers, but I don't have time to sit here and fake shit. So I'm sure people are probably like, oh, that ain't real or whatever. I don't have time to mess with it. And as well as I do, I can't even figure out how to change my browser. So I forget, I don't do it. I forget about it. And I don't even.
I had to teach her, guys. This is how anti-technology she is. I had to teach her how to get on here tonight.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't pay attention to it anymore. But I did work as a systems administrator for a brief time. I hated every minute of it. I hated it. So that's probably some of it. I just hate looking at it, and I don't want to mess with.
It's like you look at the computer and go, you know what? Nope, not in the mood.
Yeah, it's like pulling teeth whenever something breaks on here. I'm like, God, I just want to buy another freaking computer and move on. I'll spend the money so I don't have to sit there and mess with it, But
oh God, it's funny that you say that because I'd rather send my computer into somebody to get it fixed than to try to fix it myself.
I can do it. I just hate doing it. It's because it was such a bad experience working at this place, and it was just like so boring and. It sucks.
Ruined it for you.
Well, the military, you're gone and you're outside. I was a paratrooper too. For you guys that don't know that, I did jump out of airplanes for quite some time. But so I'm an outside kind of person anyway. But
yeah, I mean, you go from jumping out of planes to sitting behind a desk and it's kind of like shoving you inside a cage and telling you don't fly.
It is. And that's exactly what it was like. I hated it. But this is, and so I don't even really have time to edit the videos. I know I send them, sometimes I'll send you stuff and say, what do you see? In there, or check this out, and it's like on cue. I mean, I've had them, even when I post some of the videos, I'll say, hold on, I'm gonna take a picture. I'll be right back. It's like I just snap it and post it, and it's like it's instantly. That's how quick they show up. It's just really interesting, and I'm glad that we can bring some awareness to this. That this is real and it exists, and these people on TV where they scream at the spirits or whatever they are, and they get pissed off, and then they go, oh, I got scratched. You must be a demon. No, they probably just hate your ass. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
They hate you.
You're probably scared the crap out of them.
Yeah, you don't. They want to scare you because they hate you. They're not out there trying to mess with you. But these have never done anything bad, and most of the time, about 99% of the time, if they are, like, I feel that if I'm working, I'm like, I gotta work. Gotta work. We'll play later, and they will go away. Or I tell them I need the room cleared out. Let me just have my own time tonight, please. And then I did see one of them, the shadows were creeping together like so. I said, I see you over there. And I was like, okay. And they're still there.
It's almost as bad as like when you watch your kid do something that they're not supposed to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Yeah. Well, another interesting one was that candle. I had lit the candle one time. I didn't expect to see anything, but it has, remember I told you that light and dark. So it's a flickering candle, and they didn't realize that it was dark, and I could see them. And there was huge shadows were over on the wall, like 12-foot shadow on the wall, along with the one that was next to it. And I was like, I see you guys. And then one disappeared.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, it's cool though. It was really, really interesting that that they can do that. So.
Oh yeah. And like I said, we're gonna be doing all kinds of really cool stuff this season. The season's gonna be a long season because we're gonna be doing all kinds of different experiments. We're gonna try a couple of live streams
Yeah.
See if we can do some live investigations. I think that would be good.
I want to drag you to my house sometime. I want you to be here and be in the video with me. I know it's fun we can Zoom it or something, but it would be great if you're here, and then I could have them engulf you.
Yes.
Turn my friend that black mist. Hide her. They'll hide you in it. You won't be able to even be seen. You've seen me when we did a FaceTime on there. You said, "Oh, I don't see you anymore." And even when the black mist is engulfing me, I can see you, but you couldn't see me. I disappear. It's just so gradual, but pretty soon it's just completely dark. It's really, really interesting for sure. It's like
and I'm hoping to be able to get out there pretty soon to be able to do that, because I think that would be awesome if we took 24 48 hours and just kind of set up a bunch all over your property. I think it would be cool to do it all full on like your property.
I think it would be. I mean, it would be interesting for sure, but it's like, I mean, you don't even have to hunt. So if you're a ghost hunter, you don't have to hunt. It may not even be fun. It's more like they just show up. They're like ghost buddies, roomies.
Right, exactly. Well, and I mean, that's kind of what they are. They're living in the same space you are.
I know, and I get mad once in a while if they're pestering me. I tell them, you guys got to stop that shit because it's irritating me. I said, you want to get in the picture, we get in the picture, but you guys just not right now.
Yeah, like, all right, guys, come on, give me a break.
It sounds crazy, but I think I would feel like I needed to be locked up if I didn't have the stuff on video or on the photos, because it's so bizarre.
Maybe 30 years ago that would have been the mentality, but it's changed a lot. Like a lot. Maybe not some of the older folks, but the younger generation, being the younger generation,
yeah,
a little more apt to believe a lot of weird shit.
I will tell you, for you guys that got those iPhone 14s, got LiDAR on it. That LiDAR, which it'll brighten your whole backyard up. Say that you're taking pictures at night, it'll look like daytime out there. That's where a lot of mine, if I'm taking them at night, it looks like daytime, but it's really completely dark out. I can't see anything, but through that phone camera, you can. That thing is awesome. That's the best thing I've ever had. I'm serious. Dim light and that camera. And you'll have I bet you'll have more than you ever thought. It's just, I can't even believe. I got so many different entities in there. They look different too. Not all of them.
Well, and it's funny. I tested out the camera that you got me because I wanted to see how things look. And you can tell the difference between a fly and dust.
Oh, yeah.
And what you're gathering.
Oh, I've had people in the early days go, oh, that's just dust. I go, dust my ass. That ain't no dust. Because that dust's gonna, come to me when I call, gonna appear when I
like, come here, dust, come here.
That's what I did. Come on over here. Come on, don't be afraid. I try to talk to them and play around a little bit with them, but it seems to work. The little kids, I say, hey, little kids, I want you guys, can y'all get in the picture? And the little kids, sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 of them in there, a couple little ones in there.
It's funny that you say that, because every time you say that, I'm almost waiting for something to like pop up. Behind you, man.
I took a picture tonight. I didn't post it because I've got to outline it and stuff, so you guys can actually kind of see where. I found that when I outline them, people are like, "Oh, okay, I see." Because then I'll put outline and then I put a regular picture beside it. Because some people just don't have that ability to look at it. I can look at it and I know exactly what it looks like as if I'm looking at your face. It's bizarre how it comes out to me like that, but it's not like I'm trying to make things out of it. I've heard that before. Oh, you're trying to make it look like something. No, I'm not. Promise you. I'm trying to make it not be something, but it's evident. It's like, and I send them to you and you go, and I ask you, I go, what do you see? And you tell me the exact same thing. Oh, there's his mouth. There's his, So it's, validating that. And I even did it with the cleaning lady today. She's like, oh yeah, this is that. So she even sees it. It's like, okay, so we're not crazy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, it's okay.
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I usually keep my show about an hour.
Yep.
But, it makes it something to look forward to, because next week we're going to have a whole nother list of stuff that we're going to share. I would like to try and put a lineup of some apparitions together, and we can work on some apparitions. We did orbs tonight, so
okay.
Those were some of the orbs that we picked out tonight to do. And I look forward to next week.
Let's have some alien edition on there too sometime. I got some cool ones.
Yeah, now that's going to be an interesting.
I'll have an alien one. I'll pull out my apparition pictures and I'm going to look and see if I can catch, because I've got some on video too forming. So I've got them on the video. I just don't put it on because TikTok, you can't get it long enough to to play everything on there. So I try to just cut it 5-6 seconds, and then that's all you're getting pretty much, because that's all I got. But I did go over 1,000 hit 1,000 followers, so now I can do my live streams.
That is so exciting, and 1,000 is one heck of a milestone.
I know.
Now that opens it up for a whole lot more, and then some.
And I see people with 1 million things on 1 million followers, but we have that special niche here, that not everybody is interested in it, but the people that are really interested in it. So I think it's going to play a big part and be something interesting that they can watch, because I'm going to try to live stream those suckers and get them to do stuff while people are watching and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
And then
absolutely.
I don't know if it'll work, but I'd like to try it anyway.
My daughter's trying to get in the camera.
Gotcha. Yeah, she wants to get in there. I see her about looking around and
all right. So we're gonna go ahead and pull off the show. Stick around though.
All right.
Bye guys. Thank you for watching, ladies of the paranormal world.
Ladies, gentlemen, and